Hey guys, Vincent here, and this is part 2 about Sawback Bayonets. In this part we will look at the common myths surrounding the German Sawback Bayonets. Let's start. First myth: the purpose of the sawback is to inflict terrible wounds. This one is really easy to answer because it's total nonsense. The saw of a sawback bayonet was a tool and nothing else. Second myth: sawback bayonets are illegal and were forbidden weapons. Now, this is the sentence that you will read most often in many different forums when it comes to German sawback bayonets. Most of the people who state that the sawbacks were illegal are referring to the Geneva Convention, which reads that all weapons who inflict unnecessary suffering are forbidden in war. And this one is also really hard to discuss since there was no international jury who could, in the name of the Geneva Convention, declare something illegal. Since I want my approach here to be at least somewhat academic, I will only look at official sources. And the only official document I could find was a statement from 1917 from the Prussian Ministry of War. What follows is my personal translation, and you can read the original text here in the video. Bayonets with sawbacks are essential for maneuver warfare. They do not offend the law of nations, and they are not viewed as weapons who inflict unnecessary suffering. It is also not known to us that our enemies are looking at them as outcast by the law of nations. They should therefore still be issued to our troops as they had before. So at least from the German side, they did not view them as illegal. However, I couldn't find any official statement from the Allied side. If you have anything on this matter, please post it in the comments below. Therefore, I would say that until proven otherwise by official government documents from the Allied side, I will say that sawback bayonets were not viewed as illegal. Third myth: the sawback bayonets were officers' weapons. This one is a myth and not reality. Officers and NCOs carried swords until 1915, and after that they carried their own private bayonets. Maybe there is a connection to be found between this myth and the fact that most private purchase bayonets were modeled after the elegant looking short bayonet 98, whose official trooper variant always had a sawback, and therefore maybe some private models had one as well. But this does not mean that officers always carried sawback bayonets, or sawback bayonets were always given to officers or higher ranking soldiers. The whole idea of the 6% rule was to distribute all of these sawback bayonets as even as possible, so every little infantry unit could clear obstacles. Number 4. Soldiers with sawback bayonets were executed when captured. Now this one is really tricky to answer. The one clear fact is that there were definitely rumors going through the German army that prisoners of war captured with sawback bayonets were shot immediately, but I could not find any official document of proof. The Ministry of War, the Prussian that is, did several attempts during the war to investigate these rumors, but I could not find anything. An official government survey from Bavaria stated that out of all the 26 Bavarian divisions, only one, the single cavalry division, answered with yes when asked if they had experienced a particular bad treatment of their prisoners if they got caught with a sawback bayonet on them. All of the other divisions answered with no. How the Bavarian cavalry division even knew that their soldiers who got captured were treated worse when carrying a sawback bayonet is another question, and I have no answer to it. At the end, the only thing that I can say with confidence is that I could not find any official information about prisoners of war being executed because of their bayonets. Most of the sources out there quote books like All Quiet on the Western Front, and while they are surely outstanding pieces of literature, maybe not everything they say should be taken as the truth. Again, if you have any serious information about an execution of German soldiers just because they carried a Sawback bayonet, please let us know in the comments down below. Next one. German soldiers had modified their bayonets with sawbacks themselves. So maybe in individual cases, but mostly I would call this one false. The equipment that the German soldier carried throughout this time were not their own, but it belonged to the army. Therefore, it was really forbidden to change or modify that equipment, and the punishment was quite harsh if a soldier would do so. The last myth. Sawbacks were ground off because German soldiers would throw them away or simply would not attack if they were equipped with Sawback bayonets. As stated in part 1 of these videos, the official reason why they removed the Sawback was that they were not needed anymore. But there are definitely reported cases where whole units did not go into the frontline service because they had Sawback bayonets with them. The before mentioned survey from the Bavarian Army Command also asked their divisions if they thought that they would be treated worse when captured with the wrong bayonet. All 26 divisions answered with yes. Another question asked if the frontline troops wanted to get rid of their Sawback bayonets, and again all 26 divisions answered with yes. So were soldiers disobeying orders because of their choice of bayonets a problem? Yes. Was it the single reason why Sawback bayonets got removed? No, but it surely played a part in the decision to take them out of service. To summarize the whole discussion about German Sawback bayonets, one could definitely say that there were rumors surrounding German Sawbacks, and yes, they had an effect on the German troops. But one should not overestimate this little and isolated topic when looking at the First World War as a whole. The Sawback bayonet maybe is one of the earliest examples of successful propaganda warfare, but nothing more and nothing less. The Sawback bayonet had to go because it was simply not needed anymore. Steel screws replaced wooden poles, and this anachronistic piece of equipment was replaced by steel cutters, and when the tanks broke through the trenches in 1917, the bayonet became even less important to the individual soldier. But with this being said, there is still a lot more to learn about this fascinating topic, and I hope that maybe a team of German, French and British authors could look at this topic again and evaluate all the official reports surrounding this topic from every side. And this is the end of part 2. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. If you have any questions regarding this topic, please write it down in the comments or send me an email. And this leaves me with nothing else to say, but I will see you guys in the next video.